things we can control every morning when we wake up. Don't take any athletic ability. It's attitude and effort. Get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
In the gap.
That's in the
Still
gap.
gonna
That's
go.
going to
Yeah,
win.
that's going to win the ball game
gone.
for Dike-New Hartford.
That's a walk-off grand slam for
Walk-off
Walston.
grand slam.
And he hits it. It's down the left field line.
It's going to be gone.
Gone. Walk-off home run by Will Texter. Texter base hit. That's going to end the game.
Texter, all he has to do is touch first, and he did. That's going to end the ball game first.
Not over top of
The
him.
head. There
Gone.
it is. It's a home run by Gus Varney to tie the game at 3.
Great
Gus Varney.
hit by Varney. Well, and here comes the other home run hitter tonight.
That's
Oh, and
just
he
really
turned.
deep. That's going to be out of here. That's a
Back
home
to
run.
Back to take the lead.
Back-to-back home runs by the Wolverines.
Reinecke's second of the night. Chopper.
Barney charges.
Barney makes play.
That's
Got
gonna
him.
be- He's out in time. Yes. And Dike-New
Texter
Hartford
held onto the ball. All right, welcome in everybody to Mason City, Iowa. Brad and I here, Joe Huck here at Mason City High School, Riverhawks Field, Brad, for a road game, really, a neutral site game, really, as we get going. Again, tonight's pregame show brought to you by the Stout Astrodome. Been wanting to get that one on for you, Brad. For anybody who doesn't know, that is the place where dreams are made, and I don't know. I lost it after that, Brad. But, no, welcome in, everybody. Brad and I are just absolutely ecstatic to be here with you guys tonight. Again, Dike-New Hartford coming in 25-3 overall record, 13-0 in the NICL Central Conference, winning that conference. And then Osage will be their opponent tonight. Osage coming in 20-4 overall. They are in the top of Iowa East. They finished second with a 13-3 record in the conference. Tonight's pitching matchup for Wolverine fans, we'll see Will Texter, who we've seen quite a bit, 7-0 on the year, 43 innings, 34 strikeouts, 6 walks. And Osage, the Green Devils, are going to bring Tyler Oberfell, who's got a 4-2 record on the year, 35 innings, 55 strikeouts, and 4 walks. So, Brad, should be a pretty good game tonight.
I would think so. You think Tyler Oberfeld kind of mirrors that Braden Sawyer type of pitcher from Grundy. So I'm looking for the Wolverines to have pretty good success at the plate hopefully tonight. And speaking of at the plate, I think the Wolverine batters have to come to the plate tonight with that mentality of any way on, as we talked about late in the games, Joe, but that just has to be set from the get-go. Anytime Wolverines can get base runners is a plus. So.
Well, and we talked about that, Brad. You and I talked about that before we came on. You know, the Wolverines, after an 8-3 victory over Appleton Parkersburg in what was their first game a week ago.
Yep.
The second game, which was actually finished on Wednesday, Roland Story and Grundy Center. Grundy Center came out a 6-1 victor. They were up 3-0 when that one got held up in the second inning for rain. finish that one off. And then Saturday, what we really saw a battle between Dike-New, Hartford, and Grundy Center. The Wolverines needing back-to-back home runs, which you heard in the pregame there. In the pre-pregame, you heard the call on both of those home runs, one by Gus Varney and one by Nick Reinecke, his second of the night, to take that victory 4-3 over Grundy Center and get themselves to tonight.
Yeah, and phenomenal. Once the Wolverines looked like they were down and out, and that late in the game, Varney and Reinecke came back with those 2 home runs, and Wolverines kind of just closed the door after that with Varney on the hill.
Yeah, Varney actually comes away with the win in that one. Got 2 innings of work and came away with the win. Backing up Costello, thank you.
Who pitched a phenomenal game.
Really pitched 5 great innings, and just, really for a freshman to come in and throw 5 innings like he did that night, really was great. If you look at the other side, Osage's trip, they were at Forest City and beat Garner Hayfield Ventura 11-1, and then went back to Forest City and beat the host team, Forest City, 9-2. My understanding is that it was a 2-1 game. Going into the later part of that inning, there were a handful of errors that really kind of blew that one open for Osage.
Yeah, and, Dike-New Hartford hasn't been prone to those errors, so I'm sure one of those keys to your game, Joe, is keep it clean and error-free. So I think and Dike-New Hartford has a phenomenal fielding percentage, so just play baseball like always. So.
Well, and Brad, that is a great transition to the keys to the game for tonight. First one, nothing extra, kind of going to your play it clean. Don't try and do too much. I think you and I have seen this. We've had some silly errors that have come up. Not really fielding, but more of that throwing, trying to make a great play instead of a solid play.
Yep.
So really tonight, that's one thing I'm going to be looking for the Wolverines to not do. Save that ball. Don't throw that extra. We saw that a couple times. Don't give these guys extra bases. My second one is weather the storm, and for me, I think as I look at that, it's focus on this game. Let's not think about what's upcoming. You want to talk about what this means? I understand that everybody wants to get to state. That's where everybody's trying to get to, but for the Wolverines tonight, you need to focus on this game. And this game is going to have ups and it's going to have downs. And you're going to be high and you're going to be low. But a matter of being able to stay level across. And I am telling you all right now, I'm stealing that from Coach Betts because I've heard him give that pregame speech for 11 straight years. So I'm just going to steal that from him because he talks about the ups and the downs and staying even. The teams that can stay even, the teams that don't react to those are the teams that come out victorious in the end. My third one is a hit party. And we talked about it, want to score early, want to score often. We don't want to have, we don't want to get to that point where we need a couple home runs to win the game. But we'll take it. Don't get me wrong. I'll take it. A win's a win at this point, but you don't want to get to that point if you can help it.
Yep.
So I think those are my 3 keys. I don't know, Brad, if there's anything from your side, from a key that you would like to see.
Well, Nick Reinecke's, we talk about the Texter brothers being the wall in the corners, and Nick Reinecke's kind of like that as our catcher. And I think that's going to be huge tonight, if not to let the balls go past Nick. I mean, this is a deep backstop here in Mason City, and that could easily turn into, a base, maybe 2 if, depending on how the ball bounces against this backstop. So I'm looking for Nick to, stop everything as he can.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting. This might be the deepest backstop the Wolverines have played on all year.
Mm-hmm.
It is really deep, and from where our vantage point, it looks really deep. One thing for anybody that was with us 2 years ago in Sheffield, you'll see a different view tonight because our camera from Dike actually made it up to Mason City with us. It's actually posted on the backstop, and so you're going to get the same view you get almost every other night from us. A little wider, it looks like, but. Really, Brad, this is just an amazing facility.
It is, and going back to your point about bringing up the equipment, we'd like to thank Chad Bixby and Travis Kiewit for doing that for us and making this game possible, not only for us to do this, but People's Savings Bank for the sponsor and for us to do this.
Well, and a big shout-out from not only from those guys but from us as well to Ryan and Jesse from up here in Mason City for helping us get everything set up and making this possible for us to bring you guys this game. So we got a few changes. Brad's going to work his way through here, but umpires are headed out to the field here, and we'll be getting ready to go here pretty quick. Brad, I'll tell you, talking about the keys to the game and who we could key on, I've got a couple of them. One of them being Nick Reinecke. You said it. a wall behind the plate. You're going to have to keep the ball in front of you. You can't let the ball get away. And, you know, he had 2 home runs against Grundy Center, including that monster one that gave us the lead, which was eventually the game winner. So, again, that's another option.
Yep. Just
We
keep
have a
going.
new pitcher.
Yep. Got a new pitcher coming in.
Who is throwing then tonight? So we
Kettleson.
So we're going to have Kittleson. Kittleson, a sophomore, 2-0 on the year, thrown only 20 innings. He's got 7 walks and only 14 strikes. So a quick change here by Osage here in the late stage change. Instead of Oberfeld, going to see Kittleson here to start this game for them. Wolverines will be the home team on the scoreboard. We're getting ready to bring the coaches out and have our coaches conversation, and then we'll get ready for announcements, anthem, and we should be ready to go, Brad. My second one for players to watch is our 7 through 9 hitters, and we've talked about this quite a bit. Is that 7 through 9 spot, and tonight it's Costello, McCumber, or Walston, who's going to be back in the lineup for the Wolverines, and McCumber in that 9 spot playing right field. Those 3 guys, we need to turn this lineup over as much as we can. And so for those 3 guys, it's going to be imperative that they come out tonight and turn this over for us.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that bottom of that order has been struggling of late. So it has to be, they have to be on their toes and prepared to hit the baseball here tonight.
Yep. And did you have anybody from Key to the Game
Yes,
you wanted to point out?
I want to put my key on the game. Will Texter, I want to see him more productive at the plate. I know he'll be productive on the mound, but seems like just a little bit of a slump in the batter's box. Capable of putting the bat on the ball, but just needing those timely base hits to keep that batting order going.
Well, and that's a good one, too. Again, Will's been on my list for about the last 3 games, so I can put him on tonight, but that's a good one, Brad, from you as well. As you can see here, umpires, coachings are getting their conversation done. While they're doing that, we'll hit our first This Day in Sports History. We can go all the way back to 1901. Cy Young of the Boston Red Sox recorded his 300th victory with a 5-3 win over the Philadelphia A's. So that's our first one tonight. Brad, I guess while we're kind of sitting here and the umpires are going through things, do you want to hit the lineups real quick?
Yep. Batting first for the Osage Green Devils is Nolan Hurd doing the catching. Tyler Oberfeld will be at shortstop. Max Gast be in center field batting third. And Landon Aarons he is not in the lineup now. I guess I never wrote down who was batting in his spot. Voigt is batting fifth, playing second. And then Sharper is batting sixth in right. Batting seventh is Kresbach. He's going to be in left field. So batting eighth is Drew Tussler. He'll be playing third base tonight, and batting ninth, the pitcher tonight is Kettleson, rounding out that Green Devil lineup.
Well, we'll get that lineup cleaned up as we go along here. I think that'll be something that as we move along,
Yep.
we'll get that picked up. Interesting move there with Kittleson coming in to start. We assumed it would be Oberfell. In fact, he was on our first lineup, and then we just got the corrected lineup just now before the game with Kittleson. So, Brad, I don't know. Kittleson a sophomore, Oberfell a senior. So you're going to go with the younger guy, which, we're going to throw Texter out there who's
exactly
a junior. So we should be ready to go. You want to hit the Wolverine lineup quick, then should be ready to go.
Wolverine lineup goes as follows. Kolash batting first, playing second base. Will Texter doing the pitching, batting second. Varney will be at shortstop, batting third. Reineke batting fourth, doing the catching. Lou Texter at first, batting fifth. Colin Meester batting sixth at third base. Costello will bat seventh, playing center field. Michael Walston will be DHing tonight in the 8th spot for Ian Steffen, who's in left field. And in right field, rounding out the Dike-New Hartford lineup, Cole McCumber.
Well, and so you said it, Brad, Walston, first time back in the starting lineup, even as a DH, since he got injured and missed a few games there. So, again, we're glad to have him back in the lineup. We're going to finish off the the lineups here. And again, like I said, we'll get the national anthem, and we'll be back with Wolverine baseball after this.
You will like it. I tried it, and so here I am 17 years later. I love it.
All right, national anthem done and over. Brad, we're ready for some baseball.
Yeah, Dike-New Hartford will be the home team tonight, so that always spells a good feeling for this Wolverine team.
And I think we've talked about this, Brad, over and over. You know, with Texter on the mound, Texter's going to work quick. We expect him to get us some, to get in and out of this inning as quickly as possible. I think this is a situation where if you're the Wolverines, you jump on Osage right away here, get them 1, 2, 3, and then go in and score.
Yeah, exactly right, and then work their pitcher, and Wolverines have been known to do that, work the pitch count and into your favor and put the bat on the ball, and let's get some base runners and see what happens.
And we said, I'm assuming, I don't know, to be honest, I know nothing about Osage.
Nope.
I know what I looked up, what I saw. I know they're 10-0 in their last 10 games. And so they've gone quite a while without a loss. I know the only team they played similar or same team that they played as the Wolverines was Mason City Newman, who we only saw once, a 10-0 loss for us. They lost to them 10-0 and 13-1. So, again, I think as we look at the stats, this team very much mirrors the Wolverines.
Exactly.
They score about the same number of runs. They give up about the same number of runs. On paper, this is a very even matchup. But I think, as you say, it's really a big difference when you get to the actual game.
It is a big difference when you get to the actual game, and it's going to be keeping your composure also, I think, for this Dike-New Hartford Wolverine team. Obviously Kolash at second. Meester is going to be playing the hot bag at third. So 81 degrees here, started game. West wind, 13 miles an hour, blowing right to left. And Texter's first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, good start. Good start by Texter. Again, Texter's going to work quick here, Brad, and he's going to come right away.
Second one on the way. Curveball. That's strike number 2. Nolan Hurd, the catcher. Fouled away right behind us. That's going to land in the parking lot.
Hopefully not on us.
not on the Suburban. Looks like Costello shades Hurd just slightly into left center field. The pitch by Texter is the curveball outside. That's going to be 1-2.
Well, one thing we haven't talked much about, this sun here is going to be a little brutal on that left side tonight.
Yep. See Stefan shading his face. That's going to be inside and low. 2-2 to even the count. On Nolan Hurd, Tyler Oberfeld on deck.
Well, Hurd's pretty good hitter here, Wolverine, or for the
Grounded to the shortstop, Varney. Ooh. Under the glove. That's going to spell a runner for Osage, and not a good start for the fielding for Dike-New Hartford.
Nope, that one almost looked like it just, I think it got on Varney a little quicker than he expected. Again, you and I talked about this field. This field's a little bit shorter than what we're used to. So that's an uncharacteristic error by Varney. Base hit. That play was close at first as Texter brothers working together over there.
We do have corner umpires both on the first base line. That pitch is just outside, ball 1.
Well, and Oberfell is the best, really, by almost every stat, is the best hitter on this team. So this is definitely a guy you don't want to get tricky with.
Hurd takes his lead. The pitch. Driven deep over the head of
Stefan couldn't see it. He lost it in the sun.
That's going to be a double by Oberfeld, and the Green Devils are in business with runners at second, third on the double by Oberfeld.
Well, and that's one of those. We talked about that sun. That one got up. Stefan was going back, and you just could see him lose it in the sun, and was able to come get it right away and get it in. So
brings in Max Gast, left-handed batter.
Gast. Okay, I lied. I didn't sort these very well. Gast, the best hitter on this team.
Strike number 1 delivered to Gast. Look back the runner, anything in the infield, just get the out. That's driven out of play. 0-2 on Gast. I'm assuming Landon Aarons is the next one on deck.
Looks like it.
0-2 on Gast right now. The pitch, a little high, 1-2. Not a bad spot for Texter.
No, it's a good waste pitch. That's a very good waste pitch at that situation to not give up something good here on 0-2.
Texter quickly ready, delivers the 1-2. Driven up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That could score 2. Nolan is going to score. 1-0 Osage on the Gas single.
So Aaron's the DH tonight.
Runners on the corners now for the Green Devils.
Reineke makes the call.
1-0. Green Devils, no outs. The pitch. Ball outside. 1-0. Like we said, Joe, just got to weather the storm here.
Yeah, I think to what we said, it's going to be ups and downs here in this game. It's not going to be easy. It shouldn't be easy at this point.
No, shouldn't be.
This should be a battle, and
1-0. Pitch is high, 2-0.
I was trying to see who's on deck for the who do you have listed up next?
Voigt.
Now, again, this Riverhawks team, or
Green
Devils team has got a lot of good hitters.
Which is down low, 3-0.
One thing we didn't talk about much, Brad, is again, you as a pitcher, as a hitter, you've got to see what the umpire is going to call.
3-0 on Aaron's. Strike number 1.
That's that outside edge that Will likes to work in. So we'll see if he can get that call a few more times.
The 3-1 to Aaron's on the way. Driven
off.
foul. Full count now. Good job by Texter to battle back here.
Well, one thing kind of interesting as we sit here and look that Texter's actually got sun a little bit in his eyes there on the mound.
Full count pitch. Driven up the middle. That's going to score a run.
Yep, Costello can't get to it. It'll be a single. Well, and Coach Martin's going to come out and have a quick talk with his infield and his pitcher here. Again, just a quick mound visit here and conversation. Well, Brad, as we've talked about, this was a team, the Wolverines were down 3-0 after the top of the first inning to Sumner Fredericksburg.
Yep.
In a game they won 5-3. So again, this is a battler. This team, you're gonna punch them, but they're gonna punch back.
Yep, exactly right. Also, the quick start in the Clear Lake game by Clear Lake. They were down 3 quickly in the first inning.
Oh, that was Clear Lake game I was thinking of. Sorry.
That's driven up the middle.
Man.
And that's going to get by Costello. That's going to be 3-0.
Well, so this will be interesting to see how long Wolverines will go with this, Brad.
5 batters, 5 straight hits for the Green Devils. Brings in
Schaefer?
Sharper, probably, I think.
Sharper, yep.
Runners on the corners now for the Green Devils. The pitch. Runners take their lead. Texture's 0-1. That's driven deep. That could spell trouble. And Stefan is looking up, and that's out of here.
3-run homer.
3-run homer puts a 6-0 already in favor of the Green Devils. Luke Sharper delivers a knockout blow for this Green Devil team.
Big hit there by Sharper. Really this is the first group that's really been able to put the ball on, or the bat on the ball for against Texter this year. But as we said, it's the top of the first inning. So
it's the top of the first inning. It's a young game. Still got to get an out here. Jake Kresbach, I'm assuming, would be the next batter, the number 7 hitter. It is.
Yep. And Kresbach, only a freshman.
Seeing Reineke and Varney come out and talk to Will. They have their back. Curveball, strike 1 on Kresbach. On deck, Drew Tessler. Swing and miss, strike 2. Favor of the Green Devils. Pitch is high, ball 1.
Well, Brad, really, you just at this point just got to find that first one.
Yep. That's grounded. That's going to be a
fair ball. And
that's going to be
in and out of Meester's glove over there at third.
That's what boiled over in the Forest City game to help this Osage team.
Yeah, we talked a lot about these uncharacteristic errors by the Wolverines.
Fouled away, 0-1 on Tessler. Curveball got him.
Oh,
just misses. 1-1. Not a bad spot. I would go back to that pitch.
Yep. Well, and this is something that the Wolverines haven't seen much of. You got 3 umpires out here tonight,
No,
Brad. We're
that's
not
right.
used to that a little bit. Extra set of eyes out there.
That's going to get away.
Well, and that thing sits back there. Yeah, this is definitely a deep
backstop.
Deep backstop here.
Tessler, already the 8th man to bat here in the top of the first for the Green Devils. 1 and 2. No, 2 and
1.
2 and 1. We Tessler, Kettleson, and then the top of the order again. Fouled away. 2 and 2.
Baseball's coming back in.
Two count on Tessler. The pitch. Chopper up the middle to Kolash. That's going to be out number 1.
Out. And, you know, Brad, we talk about it. Sometimes that's all you got to see is that first one.
Yep.
But, again, you got 9-1 here. So, Kittleson coming up, the pitcher for these Green Devils.
1 out. Man on third is Kresbach. That's driven shallow.
Tagging at third. Stephan makes the catch.
No, not going to be in time. It's going to be
7-0.
But 2 outs now.
Well, and that's through the order, so here comes number 1 again.
Seven zero.
This was the ground ball to Varney the first time.
That went under the glove of Varney. Just seemed to spark the lineup for the Green Devils. 7-0. That's going to be driven over the head. That's going to be a double, at least for Hurd. That's all the way to the warning track. Eight hits now. We're going to have a pinch runner for Hurd.
Should be our courtesy. Courtesy runner is number 12, Cade Mocken, Jr.
Brings in Oberfeld, who doubled deep off the left field fence.
Yeah, he hit that one over top of Stephan, and the one Stephan lost in the sun.
Lifted high, Texter's back.
Lou Texter makes
the play, and that ends the inning for the Dike-New Hartford
Great job by
Wolverines.
Lou, because you had Kolash holding the runner at second. Kolash had a long way to run, so great job by Texter to get the Wolverines out of that inning. Well, Brad, the hole's been dug. 7-0 Osage after the top of the first.
We'll see what the Wolverines can do when they come up to bat. It will be Kolash, Texter, and Varney to face Kettleson here. We'll be right back.
All right, as we get ready here, Kittleson's last pitch, looking to throw down. Wolverines are going to come up to bat. Kolash leads this one off. Wolverines down quickly, 7-0. A couple errors and, just a lot of hits by the Green Devils.
It was an uncharacteristic inning for the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines committing those 2 errors. So that plagued that fueled the lineup for the Green Devils. We'll see what Kolash does here. He's going to face Kettleson. That's shallow.
That's drifting back. Right fielder is under it, makes the
play.
play.
Out number 1.
Well, and Brad, the real difference there in that swing and what the Green Devils were able to do is the Green Devils hit everything on a line.
Yep.
And that one got up in the air. So, here's one of our keys. We'll need him to get a base hit here, get himself on.
Give him some confidence. Number 2 hitter, Will Texter. Looks at a ball high, ball 1. Again, I think Wolverines come to the plate anyway on. Low strike called, ball, strike 1, 1-1. Deep at short is Oberfeld. Fouled away. 1-2 on Will Texter.
Varney stands on deck, ready to come up after this.
Will ready for the 1-2.
Ball outside.
2-2.
I think the other thing here, Brad, is we've talked about this, thinking we were going to see Oberfeld and getting Kittleson, and said it's just a matter now for the Wolverines of figuring this out.
Up the middle. He's in time, yes.
Pulled him off. Great hustle by Texter. That's what we talked about, though, Brad. Hustle everything out here.
Looks like the second baseman, Voigt, kind of took his nonchalant time to field that play.
Well, and he drug him over to the middle, and so it made the throw even longer than normal.
Gus Varney in the box now. Texter takes his lead. Kettleson just steps off the rubber and chases Texter back. And Kettleson's ready for the first delivery. Varney's going to drive a shot. That's going to go by the left fielder, Kresbach. Texter's going to be around second.
He's going to score.
He's going to get waved in.
Varney's
Texter's
going to
third. Play
Varney
at third. He's going to be on base with a triple.
Well, there's the start, Brad. Varney sits back and pokes one the opposite way, went with the pitch, and left fielder overran it a little bit.
Looks like the sun was.
That sun's tough for everybody.
Yep. Nick Reinecke.
And here comes arguably the hero of the other night, Nick Reinecke. See if he can get into one here.
Kettleson's going to face Reinecke for the first time. The pitch. Ball low.
Ooh.
He went around 1-1.
Well, and it only takes one, Brad.
Outside, 2-1 on Reinecke.
Yeah, you can see here that Osage does not want Reinecke to have anything he can get his bat on.
That's down low. 3-1. Lou Texter due up on after Nick Reinecke.
Well, and Lou's been pretty hot lately with the bat. So, really, this part of the lineup has been pretty good for the Wolverines.
The pitch. Strike number 2.
Ooh, Nick thought it was a little low, but
Nick thought it was a little low. It's 3-2 on Nick Reinecke. That's going to be grounded in the hole. Oberfeld to his left.
Decent throw. It scores a run. So Wolverines cut into that lead. On here, as we talked about, Brad, you're going to have you've got Texter and Meester. Guys got to get on here.
Yep, got to keep it going. 2 outs. Seen Wolverines do it in the past. Rally on 2 outs. First pitch to Lou. Slow roller is going to be fouled. 0-1. 0-1 on Lou Texter. 2-7 now is the score. Texter's going to drive one into center on the run. That's going to get by the center fielder. Texter makes a big round, but he's going to stay there.
You know, that's a tough play out there in center, Brad, so.
See if Colin Meester can keep it going.
Turn you down just a touch.
2.
Number 1. There you go. You're
better?
crackling just a little bit on the when you get excited there, Brad.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Texter takes his lead. The pitch to Meester.
Ball 1.
Ball 1.
Well, and Brad right here, this is kind of set for these Wolverines. These guys tend to put the ball in play.
The 1-0 to Colin Meester. That's going to be strike number 1. He was taken all the way. He was going to look at that first strike from Kettleson.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a situation you're going to see a lot out of these Wolverines.
It's going to
up
shallow.
in the air. Center fielder circles.
And makes the play.
Well, Brad, Wolverines score a couple, cut into that lead. Going to have to come back out and play defense.
Yep. Wolverines score 2. We'll be back for the top of the second after this.
All right, as Reineke throws down, welcome back here to Mason City. Dike-New Hartford trails this one 7-2 after 1. Again, as we get into the second inning here, we want to thank People's Savings Bank for sponsoring us tonight, giving us an opportunity to get here and call this game.
Yeah. First up to bat, Max Gast. That's going to get by Reineke, 1-0. Next pitch. Ball high. 2-0 on Gast. Outside 3-0. Wolverine defense playing Gast straight up. She looks at strike number 1.
Yeah, pretty much given, I think, as we've talked about, Brad. A 3-0 count you're going to take, so you can feel free to throw it right down the middle.
Texter's 3-1 to Gast. It's driven in the McCumber's on his
back,
horse.
And
that's going to be a homer.
Gone. Well, and it looks like that might be.
That's going to spell probably it for Will.
I think here comes Coach Martin back out. Again, it just, one of those nights that the Green Devils have come out and hit Will. Yep, looks like we're going to have Lou right away here.
Yep, Lou Texter's going to come in.
So be interesting to see what the Wolverines do lineup and position-wise. McCumber runs ball in from the home run. Looks like we've got some fans out there and beyond right field. Got it back in right away.
So the score is now 8-2.
Yeah, and just one of those nights that, Osage did a good job of hitting Will, and so time to give him a different look. Here comes his younger brother, Lou.
Yeah, Lou's been phenomenal this year, so hopefully you can keep this Green Devil lineup in check.
Well, and it looks like you're going to have Will at first. So just a quick change here in this inning. We'll see if that's the way the Wolverines stick with it.
It'll be Aarons, Voigt, and then Sharper.
Oh, and as you think about this, Brad, we've always talked about this. Texter brings a little different motion to the mound. There isn't really a pitcher the Wolverines have on the roster that throws the same way he does.
No.
His release point's a little different, so.
Yeah, and he has a lot of stuff to throw. So after he's taken the tape off the wrist.
Got to get that. And it's now stuck on the hand, so we'll get rid of that. But
so uncharacteristic short outing for Will Texter.
Yeah, Will's gone deep into most games this year for the Wolverines. So again, we're in the second inning, top of the second inning, Brad. So
no outs. It'll be Landon Aarons to face Lou Texter here. Strike number one. Well, that's the other thing that Lou brings you. He can throw the inside pitch to that right-handed batter. Curveball, he got it, strike two.
Well, and again, I know Coach Martin understands, you just got to do what you got to do to get through here.
Grounded softly to shortstop Varney. The rifle
got him
in time. Out number one.
Well, good job of Varney sitting down on that ball and making a good hard throw across. So, again, good first out right away.
It'll be Heath Voigt, the next man up to bat. He singled his first time up to bat. Curveball fouled away. 0-1. We talked about that big sweeping curveball that Texter has.
Well, and I think it surprises, especially right-handed hitters, because it gets in on them so quick.
Yep. Texter's 0-1.
Yep.
That looked close.
Yeah,
1-1.
Looked outside, but that's really another, after bringing that curve in, that's a good look outside, try and get that call.
Fouled away. 1-2. Lou with a 1-2 count on Voigt. Inside, 2-2.
Well, and Texter by far has the most appearances by any Wolverine pitcher. He's been the closer, the long reliever for this team all year long.
Oh, that's
got him.
That's gonna hit Voigt in the foot.
That one got him in the foot.
Don't see that very often from Lou.
Nope,
Sharper.
only the third batter Lou's hit all year in 30-plus innings of
brings in Sharper, delivered
pitching,
the 3-run homer in the first inning. Lou stares in at Nick Reineke. That's
up
lifted
in the
high
air.
on the infield. Kolash drifting over.
And back. And
and
drops it. Got the out at second, though.
Out at second for sure.
Well, and that's 2 outs, Brad. It's a weird way to get there, but we got there.
It's Kresbach next in. Not a big lead by Kresbach. That's fouled away, 0-1.
Well, Brad, this is a situation. I mean, Kolash has played some second base, but he's normally a center fielder.
Yep.
So you're not used to going back on baseballs like that that high and having to field it.
Curveball, strike two. 0-2 on Kresbach. 1 in already for the Green Devils. Texter's pitch.
Got him.
Looking. That's the first strikeout for the Dike-New Hartford pitching squad, and we'll go to the bottom of the second after this.
All right, we're back here in Mason City. Wolverines trail this one 8-2 as we go to the bottom of the second. Costello will lead this one off.
It'll be Costello Walston and Cole McCumber to face Kettleson here. Looks that ball one low from Kettleson.
Well, and we've talked about this, Brad. These Wolverine hitters like to watch a lot of pitches.
Ooh, rifled down the first base line but fouled.
Costello turned on that one. I haven't seen him turn on one all year like that, Brad.
He had.
He got his bat out quick there.
Yep, the first baseman was not going to get that one. He's going to foul it
fouls over
behind
top.
us. 1-2. Wolverines just need to slowly chip into this lead.
Yeah, it's still a long game.
It's going to be lifted high on the infield. First baseman out.
Whoa.
And makes the play.
That was tricky. So
Out
again,
number
I don't know,
one.
Brad. I think, you look at the flags here and around the stadium, they're moving a little bit. So I don't know if that ball gets up and twists a little bit in the wind, but that's multiple fielders we've seen have trouble with the fly ball tonight.
Michael Walston next in the box. So we have the helicopter flying over.
Ooh, Walston fights it off. That one was in on his hands. Well, and Brad, if you can get Walston McCumber on here with one out, things.
Strike two.
That might have been the one to swing at. It's a good pitch. Walston back in the box here.
Kettleson's pitch. Outside, 1-2.
Yep.
Got him looking.
Well, and Brad, we talked about that. I mean, Walston's got one at bat in the last 4 games, 5 games. So, again, he's a little bit rusty and nerves are probably rolling a little bit.
Brings in Cole McCumber, the right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Well, McCumber swung a pretty good bat lately. He's from that 9 spot. He's been a little bit hotter.
See if he can get it started. Strike number 2. 0-2 quickly on McCumber. Kettleson's pitch. Lifted high. Is that going to make out of play?
Ooh.
Very close.
That hit right on top of the fence. I think that thing, that caught the top of the fence and bounced back in.
Yep. Still 0-2 on McCumber.
That skips in.
Ball 1.
Well, Brad and Cole, as we've talked about all year, Cole's, he works a lot of deep counts.
Yep.
So even though pitchers get 2 strikes early on him, and they got him on that one.
And misses at strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the top of the third after this.
All right, come back here as Lou Texter finishes his warm-ups, and Reineke will throw it down. Wolverines still trail this one 8-2, Brad. Opportunity here to 8-9-1 to get out of this inning quick.
Yeah, they have to get out of this quick, stop the bleeding, and here in the top of the third inning. Be Tussler, Cuddleson, and Hurd. Ball inside.
And Will right on that inside edge again.
Lou.
Lou, yeah.
Outside. Ooh, it's 1-1. Sorry about that. Swing and miss, strike 2.
Blew it by him.
Well, we talked about it. Lou throws a lot of different stuff, Joe.
It's 2-1. Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Chopper to Varney, sets back on it, plays him, but Texter scoops it
Great
up. At
scoop
first,
by Will Texter. Usually we're saying that about his brother, but Will with a great scoop over there.
Out number 1, brings in Kettleson. Kettleson, the pitcher. Lou's first pitch to Kettleson. Driven hard to the shortstop, Varney.
Saw Varney's glove again. Just
Here comes the top of the order for the Green Devils. We heard Overfeld and Gast.
Well, I'll be interested with Texter on the mound if they didn't run against his brother.
Driven
Right at Stephan,
who makes the play.
2 outs. The one right at Stephan came in just a few feet.
Brings in Overfeld. Got time called.
Oh, looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. With 2 outs, it'll be number 11. That'll be Darren Adams, sophomore.
Adams, the pinch runner for Kettleson.
Kettleson moving a little gingerly as he comes back into the dugout. I don't know if he pulled something or tweaked something there out on the base path.
Overfeld, 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Grounded foul past the first base coach. 0-1. Lou Texter's ready to deliver the 0-1 to Overfeld. Grounded foul again.
Good movement on that curve.
0-2 quickly on Overfeld. The 0-2 to Overfeld from Lou Texter. Heard the grunt from Lou, just didn't get it over the plate. 1-2. The pitch. Oh, boy, oh baby, that was
pretty close.
2-2.
Good curve there by Texter.
Wow, that was a close play or close pitch. 2-2.
That went a little further out. Well, and here this is where Lou just got to take a deep breath here, come back and find a strike.
The freshman Lou Texter nods at Reineke. He's going to deliver the full count pitch.
Nope.
Will Texter didn't even attempt the tag, knowing that.
Adams back in quickly.
Here's the delivery. That's going to be a walk.
Well, and here comes Gast, who's hit
Red
the ball
hot.
a long ways last time.
Gas has just been on fire at the plate. Lou is going to deliver the first pitch.
Got
Strike number 1. Had him ducking out
Got
of the
him
way.
bailing out on the curve.
I'll throw it again. Up the middle, Kolash. Got him in time.
Great job, Kolash, staying with it and coming up with that out.
That's 3 outs, and we'll go to the bottom of the third after this.
All right, we're back here in Mason City. Bottom of the third. Wolverines trail this one 8-2. Really, Brad, it was that first inning. 7 runs in the first by Osage.
It was, and accompanied by a couple errors by the Wolverine defense. Uncharacteristic to give that Green Devil lineup some life, and they showed their bats here in the bottom of the first. They ball 1 to Devin Kolash. Ball 2, 0-2, or excuse me, 2-0.
Well, and first time up, Kolash jumped on the first pitch and flew out to right. So, again, a more patient at bat here. 3-0.
3. You'd almost take 2, almost, maybe, from Kettleson.
Got to be taking 1 here for sure.
Kettleson. 3-0 count on Kolash.
There's
strike number 1.
But, again, I think at a 3-0, you know that's coming. I think everybody knew that was going to be right down the pipe. Ball 4.
Ball 4, and Kolash is on base with a base on balls.
Well, and here comes the, we've talked about this. Kolash is very dangerous there at first and is going to garner some interest from the pitcher. So it'll be interesting to see.
You would see what happens. The first baseman holding Kolash on, but Kolash, huge lead over there at first. He's not going to attempt the throw.
No, and Kolash isn't going to dive in if he doesn't have to.
Nope.
So
Kolash.
Texter turns on it.
Turn on it. That's over the head of the left fielder. Kolash is going to be on his way to third.
Kolash gets to third. Texter with a double. And that was when Kolash had to hold up a little bit because it looked like the left fielder was on it, and sun got in the sun. We talked about it, Brad. The sun is tough out there tonight.
So base on balls and a double by Will Texter brings in Gus Varney with no outs here. Bottom of the third inning.
Well, and that's a great piece of hitting by Texter. Again, he didn't do too much. I thought when it left the bat it might have gotten out, but he got a good piece of it. As Varney gets in the box again, we want to thank People's Savings Bank for sponsoring us tonight, allowing us to be on the air with you guys.
Ball outside to Gus Varney.
Well, Brad, then this, if you're Kittleson, this is a spot you got to be real careful because Varney is a dangerous hitter.
Brings it to Varney, lines it over the second baseman's head. That's going to be in the gap.
That's going to score 2 easy.
2 for sure. Varney's going to look for 3, and he's going to stay at 2.
Hold him up at second. That's great piece of hitting by Varney. 2 more in for the Wolverines.
Wolverines quickly chipping into that 8-2 lead. Now it's 8-4.
We talked about it, Brad. This team is capable of hitting, and it's a momentum game. That Osage got the momentum early, and here come the Wolverines.
The double by Varney brings in Nick Reineke.
Do you have an out in this inning?
No, I do not.
No outs. Yeah, no outs this inning. Reineke watches strike 1.
Number 1 from Kettleson.
I just looked out at the board and it had 1 out.
Kettleson's next pitch to Reineke.
Yep. Well, and here you go, Nick. Nick with 2 strikes is a pretty dangerous hitter,
Yep.
so get your bat on it.
Kettleson's 0-2 to Reineke. That's up around the eyeballs, 1-2.
Well, there again, Reineke's not going to get – you're not going to get him on a bad pitch. You're going to have to fool him or you're going to have to throw it by him.
1-2. Kettleson sets. Varney takes his lead. That's golfed into left.
Oh, and he lost it.
He lost it again. That's
off
off
the
the fence. Varney's on his way to home plate, and Reineke's going to be standing on second with a double.
Double by Reineke.
Here come the Wolverines. Well, we talked about it, Joe. You can punch this Wolverine team as much as you can, but they're going to fight back, and Wolverines are doing it here in the bottom of the
We've
third.
said it. We've seen it all year. 7th inning, this team does not give up. You're going to have to play them all against them.
Dexter looks at a ball outside. Still no outs here. That's down low.
Oh, skips in, but blocked. Excellent job of blocking it by the Osage catcher.
That is
Oh, and we're going to have Herd's going to quick go out and talk to Kittleson. You hear the Wolverine fans start to pick up a little bit, Brad. I think, the fans themselves got punched in the mouth at the very beginning. Haven't seen much of that this year from the Wolverines, but, as we said, there's no give up in this squad.
Nope. No outs. Already 3 across for the Wolverines. 5-8. The score is Lou Texter at the plate.
Lou will call time again. The Texter guys don't, I don't know, flies or something, but these guys don't sit in the box very long.
Texter's going to lift one deep.
Reineke is tagged up.
That makes the play, and Reineke's going to have himself
That's going to get
3.
Reineke to third with only 1 out. Really not a bad job of getting the runner to third, Brad.
Good piece of hitting by Lou Texter to move Reineke to third base. Colin Meester due up next.
And really it's the next batter who's the big bunter for the Wolverines and Costello. But if you can get Meester on here, things change quite a bit.
Kettleson's first pitch to Meester squares around.
He does square. He pulls it back.
And they throw it down. He's in there
He's
in
in
time.
Underneath.
That was ball 1.
Yep, Meester did pull it back.
I wouldn't take the bat out of Meester's hands. He swings at strike 1.
Yep. Yeah, it's again, you show it, see how they're going to react to it.
Kettleson 1-1 on Meester.
Outside.
Yep. The way the Dike-New Hartford faithful reacted, I thought he called that a strike. 2-1. Kettleson stares in at Herd. Meester's going to foul it away. 2-2.
Well, and Brad, it's interesting the way we're sitting here tonight. You have fans on both sides of us, so
exactly.
Hearing who's hollering is going to be tough.
2-2, 1 out, 1 on. Meester looking to bring Reineke home.
Yeah.
Got him looking.
Got him on that outside edge. So 2 outs, and here comes Costello needing a base hit to bring another run in. Oh, yeah, we're gonna courtesy runner hit for Reineke with 2 outs.
Yep.
Is that gonna be
Trevor
Folkerts? Yep. Looks like it'd be number 19, Trevor Folkerts, running for Reineke as the courtesy runner. Again with 2 outs, you want to get him off and let him get his gear back on.
Well, we've seen Costello rifle one down the first base line, foul. See if he can get one to go here.
Yep, and again the
ball high.
But you look at the outfielders are playing, I think, fairly shallow, Brad, for the depth of this field.
Yep.
Ooh.
Costello swings and misses strike 1. Walston on deck. Costello's going to lift it high, shallow.
Right fielder coming in. Makes the play.
Wolverines plate 3 and trail 5-8. We'll go to the top of the 4th after this.
Can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
All right, as we come back here, top of the 4th. Brad, back-to-back doubles by Varney and Reineke. When have we said back-to-back with those two gentlemen before?
Yeah, not too long ago, I don't think.
Again, Wolverines right back in this one. Only trail by 3, 8-5 going into the 4th. Texter gets another winning work.
Be Aarons, Voigt, and Sharper. Curveball got him for strike number 1. You see those right-handed batters just freeze on that curveball from Texter.
Well,
fouled it away at the plate, 0-2.
We talked about it. You know, that ball that Texter throws, because of the arm angle, moves so much from where he released it to where it ends up. You don't know if it's going to get in there or not. And you don't want to swing at something way outside.
0-2 on Aarons. Outside, not a bad spot.
Nope. Again, one that didn't curve, maybe just a straight shot.
Lose pitch. 2-2.
Nibbling.
The 2-2 from Texter. Grounded to the
big
shortstop.
hop. Big hop and off his glove. Right now, Wolverines getting eaten up a little bit by this infield.
Boy, an uncharacteristic shortstop night for Gus Varney.
Varney's struggling a little bit tonight over there at short. And he puts the glasses on now. He didn't have them on up until this point.
Voigt in the box.
Fouled off.
Off to the right. 0-1. I think a key for Texter here is to keep ahead of them batters. Don't fall behind where you have to give them anything good. See if they can just strike themselves out, chasing something funny.
You know, Lou's got that. It looks like he's going to pitch, and he holds that foot far enough in front of the mound that he can go with that pick off.
Yep.
Probably one of the better ones we've seen all year.
Texter's pitch. Outside, 1-1. Yeah, he was hit by a pitch.
Yep. First time seeing Texter.
Ooh, reaches for it.
Foul ball.
1-2. Second baseman umpire calls Aaron's back. One and two on Voigt. Chops in front. Reineke gloves it.
Bounces out of Texter's glove. That was tough because you got a left-handed pitcher who was going to have to turn and fire, or a right-handed catcher who was going to have to turn and fire. Yep. So somebody was going to have to turn and throw that ball. Well, and right here, couple runners here for the Green Devils, and
with no
Wolverines
outs.
need to find an out here.
Sharper, 2 for 2. Looks at strike number 1. Swing and miss, strike 2.
Well, Texter way up here, Brad. You don't want to give him anything too
Nope.
good right here.
Don't be cute. See if, like I said, see if he can strike himself out by chasing something bad. Texter's pitch.
Great
Got him
pitch.
looking. Out number 1.
Great edge to find there by Texter.
Kresbach next in the box. He's 1 for 2. Lou Texter trying to weather the storm.
Just off the side there.
1-0 on that curveball outside. Lou works quickly just like his brother Will.
Yeah, and just a little out.
Again, 2-0. Tussler on deck.
Just out.
3-0 on Kresbach.
Maybe a little low.
Texter sets and delivers the 3-0.
Yeah, ball 4. Just stayed away on all of them. Really, nothing that was really close to the zone. So maybe that third one was, but when you're outside like that, it's hard to get that call.
Here comes.
And it looks like it'll be a quick conversation by Coach Martin.
I think just to discuss what they want to do here.
Yep, with the bases loaded and 1 out, and figure out how you want to approach this.
I don't think we're going to see a pitching
No,
change.
we won't see. Just, again, like you said, bases are loaded with 1 out. You got to make sure we have everybody on the same page, what we want to do. Again, I think maybe get back and get Lou recentered a little bit. I think after 4 straight balls.
Tussler grounded out to second and grounded out to Varney. That's short.
And we could take a ground out to Varney right here.
Texter nods, delivers the pitch. That's strike number 1. Good curveball.
Again, nothing there, nothing fancy, just right away with a strike.
Yep. Comes right after Tussler. Kettleson on deck. That's going to be strike number 2.
Yep, there we go. Lou way up now. Again, this your pitch right here.
Yep. 0-2. Texter pitch.
Ooh,
up high.
Stayed up a little bit. That was you could see that one
okay.
starting to bend and it didn't quite go
did.
far enough for him. We're going to ask for a different baseball.
Texter.
Maybe something he can get a little break on.
1-2 on Tussler. Here's the pitch. Driven into right. McCumber makes the play.
Tagged up, but runners coming home. That's it. Just the 1 runner home. Sack fly.
2 outs. But puts another run on the board for the Green Devils. Brings in Kettleson. Texter. That's going to be lined. That's going to bring home another run.
Stefan comes up, firing. Nope, not
play.
going to have a chance there. Well, and that's going to bring around courtesy runner for Kittleson. Again, number 11, Darren Adams will run for Kittleson as he comes off the field.
Hurd.
I don't know what's that one ball that Lou just doesn't like.
No, they throw it out.
And here comes top of the order for the Green Devils.
Got to weather it here. 2 outs, 2 on for the Green Devils. 10-5 now. That's
Up
lifted.
in the air.
Foul. That's foul. Long run for Stefan.
Can't
Does
quite
gonna
get there,
make the
nope.
play.
Just a long way for him to go from
Yep.
where he started.
Texter came with that curveball where Hurd was out in front of it. Finds himself down 0-1 in the count. Runners take the lead. Fouled away, 0-2.
Well, and here again, way up. Nothing great here.
Nope.
You know,
Don't
make
need
this
anything
your
great.
pitch.
Yep. Texter's 0-2 to Hurd. Shallow.
Kolash makes
makes
the play.
the play, and that's going to end the inning. Green Devils score 2, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th after this.
All right, we're back here in Mason City for the bottom of the 4th inning. Wolverines do trail this one 10-5, but you're going to get Walston McCumber in the top of the order coming back. And the top of the order looked pretty good the last time through, Brad.
Well, yeah, they've looked good when they've been up to bat. Let's see if they can keep it going, and Walston can get on base here.
Yeah, you need Walston and McCumber here.
Walston scores to bunt. Looks at
Pulls it
ball
back.
1.
And I don't understand. You know, Brad, we talked about that. The Wolverines don't do a lot of that where they show that bunt and then pull it back. It's very disheartening for the pitcher. It's now 2-0 here to Walston. It's tough to see that bat sitting out there in front, and everybody's got to move on it. But
third baseman in on the grass. 2-0.
That one,
That's going to be strike number 1.
Inside
on
strike. Walston, I think he thought it might have caught his elbow, but didn't quite get there. Strike two. All right, got to shorten that swing. Got to find a way on.
Yep. 2-2 on Walston.
Oh, and that hits him in the helmet.
That's going to be a free base.
He tried to duck on it and didn't quite get down
No.
far enough. Well, and this is big, Brad, because with Walston on first, McCumber up to bat. McCumber gets on, and all of a sudden you got 2 on in the top of the order coming up.
Third baseman still in on the grass. McCumber at the plate. We haven't seen Kettleson throw to first.
Nope, he stepped off a couple times, but he hasn't really thrown.
Walston, good lead. Down
Ball
low.
skips in. And this is the thing that really the Wolverines haven't had a lot of guys on first.
No.
You know, so you don't know what Kittleson's really going to do with that guy there. Oh, and he's setting up in the stretch. He's up in the stretch. Walston's going.
He can. Oh, he's going to stand up. So Walston's going to.
He went from the stretch, and as soon as he started his motion, Walston took off. Smart play by Walston there.
He's on
to see
second.
that. I think that Kittleson just didn't think through what he. So 1-0 to McCumber.
Kettleson's pitch. There. And
Walston
Walston's
takes
gonna have
third. McCumber pulled that back for a 2-0. Walston now sitting in third, Brad.
Well, I don't think you need to square around and well, you could square around and bunt just to give Kettleson something different to look at, but
Yeah,
no outs, a runner on third, and
I mean honestly, it's been Walston after getting hit takes second on when Kittleson went to the full windup, which as soon as you step back he can take off because there's nothing you do as a pitcher
Yep.
except what he did, which is step off, and then, you don't have a throw there to second.
Yep.
And then on that turn that showed bunt by McCumber, Walson just takes third. Walson looks pretty good here,
I would square around and bunt maybe one more time.
You
Maybe
show him it and see if you can get in his head a little
maybe
bit.
get a 3-0 count on. That means Kettleson would have to come back with 3 straight. Kettleson's 2-0.
That's inside to McCumber.
Could have wore it, but never didn't. Decided not to.
Well, and as you said, 3-0 now to McCumber. You got to come 3 times to a guy who's, while he is the bottom of the order, he's capable of putting the ball in play.
Kettleson's 3-0.
And he's a patient hitter. There's ball 4.
Wolverines are in business now.
Well, and here comes the top with 2 on and no out, Brad. And it gets interesting here.
Kolash with a walk and a fly out. So he's over
we got
2.
quick time. I'm not sure what's the conversation here is.
Well, is McCumber going to take off? That's going to be the key.
Well, and will he make a move? That's the other question, because Walson has shown. Now Walson here shown a lot of speed here.
Yeah,
taking second and third. So we know he's capable of that.
Kettleson's pitch. Strike number 1.
Okay, after what we've seen so far, hit batter and 4 straight.
Yep.
Not a bad take. Again, Kolash
0-1.
staying in there and looking any way on here.
Still see the left fielder shading the glove shading the sun with the glove.
Yeah, your problem here, if you're Kittleson, is McCumber's a smart ball player. Standing at first.
Lead. Oh,
and he dropped it.
And McCumber's and Walston's going to score.
Nobody covered first until McCumber gets back without a problem. Wow, Brad. I mean, they had Walston picked off, but
dead to rights.
But the third baseman just dropped it as he went to throw it home.
That's Tussler on third.
Wolverines scratch one across.
They need to keep. Boy, we're in a Joe. We heard the radio broadcast say it, but we're in a wild ball game.
This
here.
is you. I mean, you and I have been through a lot of wild games this year. I mean, honestly, we've seen 2 games where the Wolverines were down to their last out or last strike.
Yep.
In the bottom of the 7th, down 2, and came out with wins both times. We've seen Saturday night where really what really looked like it was a game that was going to end the Wolverines season. Back-to-back home runs by Varney and Reineke, and all of a sudden it's a 4-3 win for the Wolverines. Yep. Now tonight, Will Texture uncharacteristically has a bad night.
Yep.
I mean, they hit him. And so uncharacteristically that he gets hit. That doesn't usually happen. And so his brother Lou comes in and has gone 2+ innings here, and the Wolverines' bats have scratched.
Yeah.
Runs across. We talked about them needing to hit. But here you go.
1-1 on
1-1 count
on Kolash.
And McCumber still at first, and then going to step off. They are now playing
Kolash.
Shallow. They're playing shallow, but playing the right field line, and they're going to stay outside. I think that's a key. If you're a batter, you got to see that.
Yeah,
you got to see that right fielder is on the line basically, and that is a huge right center gap.
The pitch. That
gets away. He can't find it. McCumber's going to round second. He's going to third.
He's in there in time.
McCumber goes on a pass ball. He goes from first to third. Catcher lost it. He didn't know where it was.
Kind of went off the shin guard of Hurd.
Yeah, and it shot back over here. We talked about how deep this backstop is, but it looks like that back track is soft.
Yeah.
Because it sat back here. He couldn't find it.
3-1 on Kolash.
Well, and McCumber at third here again. 3-1 on Kolash. You need a base hit out of Kolash here.
McCumber takes his lead on third. The pitch by Kettleson.
And he hits it.
That's going to be a sack.
That's going to be over the head. Playing deep.
It's going to off the fence.
Kolash to second. A double by Kolash. And McCumber scores. Here we go, Brad. The doubles continue. Well, and that's going to be a pitching change.
The end of
that will
Kettleson.
be it for Kittleson, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, as I look here, it looks like if who I saw come off the bench is right, it's going to be Cockrum. Nope. I don't know what we're doing here. So it looks like, okay, so he's getting his glove. So this is Nastrom. This is who we thought we would see. First baseman is coming in. To pitch, yep. So Nastrom's got 7 appearances, no starts. He's 2-1 on the year. 3 saves, though, for this team. He's only thrown 8 innings, given up 5 hits. He's given up 8 runs. He does have only 12 walks and only 13 strikeouts. So, he's about 1 for 1 in the walk-to-strikeout ratio. And he's got a 5.88 ERA. So, here again, this is going to be a different look for the Wolverines. Tell you, Nastrom, pretty good-sized kid over there.
Oh, yeah, he's a tall
kid. So it looks like that's going to be
Kittleson.
Is that Kittleson at first? Nope, that's number 1. That'll be Cockrum comes into play first. He is a freshman. So I think here again, as you're seeing here, this is a different arm angle, a different release, and he looks like he throws pretty hard, Brad. So Wolverines have done their job, though. They got to Kittleson, got him out of this game early, bottom of the 4th. I'm looking out of that board. 10 runs on 10 hits and 1 error for Osage, and 7 runs on 7 hits and 3 errors for the Wolverines. Yep. It's just a weird game, Brad.
It has been a
I don't even know what else to say.
No, you summed it up.
This is the Wolverines. This is the Wolverine season, though. I mean, this is what it's been.
Yep. Nastrom, the new.
I mean, he does
pitcher.
only, teams are only hitting 122 against him, but Kittleson was only getting hit 120 against.
Yep.
So there again, it's not about what's happened throughout the year. It's what you do right now. And right now, you get to start your outing with Texter, Varney, and Reineke.
Yep.
And I don't know that I would want to.
I wouldn't want to, but
because you know what these guys are capable. And this is a hard thrower.
It is.
We've talked about guys that throw hard. We know what the Wolverines are able to do with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we also talked about bringing in relief pitchers.
Yep, and this as we talked going into the game, Nastrom was who we thought we would see. Their first reliever, which again we knew Texter would be our first reliever. So
kind of has that sidearm delivery.
Yep,
does Nastrom.
So we'll see. I don't know how much movement he'll have on it. We'll see as you get a batter in there. It's one thing to warm up with nobody there, and now when you get a batter, nerves are going.
Yep.
3-run game. Runner on second.
Nastrom's first batter he's going to face is Will Texter. First pitch. Strike number 1.
Well, and the onus right here is on Texter to see some pitches and let his teammates see what Nastrom's going to throw.
Nastrom's next pitch. Outside that's going to get by.
Kolash is gone.
For sure to third.
That's not even a question.
Well, when you get that sidearm delivery by Nastrom, that pitch, he has that tendency to throw it way outside, and as hard as he throws, Hurd can't catch up with that.
Yep, that one just took off on him. And again, here again, another pass ball or another wild pitch here, and you got a chance to get
1-1. Oh, nope. Texter's going to call time.
Texter with the mind games, Brad. Yep. We talked about it.
Nastrom's 1-1. He's going to ground it in the hole. That's over the glove. That's going to score a run.
Texter with a base hit, scoring. Texter to first, and that will score Kolash. Brad, 2-run game right now.
Here comes Varney.
Yeah, and here we go. Varney and Reineke up the next 2 batters, Brad. This is danger time.
Varney represents the tying run at the plate.
And we'll see how the Green Devils decide to play Varney. We've seen him played a lot of different ways this year.
Texter takes a huge lead at first. Nastrom's pitch. He's going to look at strike number 1.
And I think there again, Varney, got to find a pitch he can get his arms out on. I'll tell you, though, that left field line is wide open for him.
Swing and miss, strike 2.
That doesn't happen very often there, Brad.
Has to keep his head in there.
Yep, right now don't need to kill it, just need to get a bat on it.
Nastrom's 0-2 to Varney. Winds up. Gonna chase
Well,
Texture
and
back.
now here again, a new pitcher having to make that throw over to a new first baseman.
Yep.
So here again, you keep an eye on all those things as we go forward here.
See if Varney will call time to throw Nashram off. Nope. Nashram's pitch.
He fouls it off.
He's gonna fight it off. 0-2. We'll see again. On deck, Nick Reinecke. Nashram sets. Delivers. Looks like it's going to be outside.
Varney goes with it.
And
that's
down
into
the
left.
line.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Just foul.
Just foul.
Man, that would have been tough
Wow.
because as far off as the left fielder was from that line, he could not get there.
No. Kresbach in left.
Varney with a great piece of hitting going. As you said, ball was outside, and Varney went with it. So again,
to see the 0-2 over again.
Man, great piece of hitting by Varney there. We got to stay in there and get another one. Texter with a large lead.
First baseman holding him on. Nashram's 0-2. Down low, 1-2 now.
Varney, good eyes up there. Wolverine, again, by stats, the Wolverine's best hitter.
Yes.
This year. So.
Osage. Nashram sets. Going to chase Texture back. He's in there safely. 1-2 yet. Even drive one on the ground just in between first and second. Varney's going to foul another one off.
Just hanging in. That's
what they need to do.
Yep. You got to see pitches. You got to make Nastrom throw a bunch here.
1-2. Nastram's pitch. That's down
Skips
low.
in.
2-2.
And here you go, Brad. You know, no outs, one on first, already a 3 in, and you know, a tough hitter for the Wolverines.
The 2-2 by Nastrom. That looks like high. Full count now on Varney.
Wow. Varney from 0-2 and fouling one off to a full count.
And then you got Nick Reinecke standing on deck.
Inside.
That's inside. He's going to walk
Ball
Varney.
4. Well, runners at first and second with no outs, and Nick Reinecke coming up,
Yeah.
Brad.
Hey, we're not going to put the horse before the cart here, or the
No,
cart before
but-
the horse.
But you know, Nick's been playing well for the
He
Wolverines.
has. You just got to put the bat on the ball with no outs here. Runners are on the first and second. Nastram's first pitch.
Strike
That's a
one.
strike number one.
That's all right. That's all right. Again.
Well, and you know, Reinecke's a ball magnet.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
been known
Again,
to-
we haven't seen him get hit yet tonight.
That's down low, 1-1. One and one on Nick Reinecke.
Ooh.
Foul it away. He had his pitch. Fouled
He
it off.
swung hard at that
1-2. 1-2 on Nick Reinecke. Just put the bat on the ball. Nastrom's pitch. Down
Skips
low.
in.
Texter's going to hold at second. 2-2 on Nick Reinecke. Nastrom adjusts the hat.
They're going to
Turn.
move the right fielder off the line a little bit.
Still the left fielder. Left fielder in the sun.
Yeah, and center
deep.
now too. Reinecke on the ground.
Gonna break up two.
Nope, they're just going to go to one.
Was that?
Oh,
Was he on the base?
I thought he was off it, but
Butcherfeld thinks he was off the base, and Reinecke was safe, but good play by Oberfeld to get. Oh, and
I think
hold
Coach
on.
Martin's going to come down and
Coach Martin's
ask a
gonna
question.
ask. But that, nonetheless, that advances the runners.
Yeah, he could have tried to go to second, but they definitely would not have got Reinecke at first. So runners second and third though with one out.
Yep.
And Lou Texter, who's been capable of big hits.
Yeah,
You know, he's got a couple big ones this year.
Ooh. Inside
Will-
strike on
Will
Lou.
thought about it.
Didn't get it far enough away from Hurd for Texter to come home.
He thought about it, but
1-0 or 0-1.
yep, 0-1.
Meester on deck. Just see what Lou can do here. 2 on. The pitch to Lou. He's going to
Lou
drive it
into left.
in.
That's down.
In front of the left fielder. No, he's going to hold Varney
Yep,
at
he'll hold
third.
Varney. That's scoring. Going to score a run. So here we go. That's a great piece of hitting by Texter. And with Lou being the new pitcher, we're going to have a courtesy runner of Decker.
Cam Decker, the new pinch runner for.
And I'll tell you, Brad, I've seen Decker steal home on a on a throw to third against Columbus this year. You've got a lot of speed in that young man there at first base, and Meester showed bunt the last time up.
Yeah, he did.
So
only the Texture took that 0-1 pitch into left field. First pitch that has had not a large count on him.
not sure what the conversation is here. It's interesting. We're going to come have a conversation there. Now Coach Martin's going to go over and chat with the Osage coach and see what's going on. Meester steps in. Decker at first.
Nashron's pitch to Meester. Inside strike one.
Well, and here again, you're looking at the signs. You're looking at making if you're Decker, you can take off here with 1 out because Varney at third will make a good decision. He bunts
it.
They get the out, so you could not get Varney home on that bunt. Basically moves Decker up.
Brings in Costello.
But Costello here, again, Brad, with Decker at second, and Costello, if he can put this ball in play, Decker can score from second.
Very well, easily.
I mean, they're not going to hold him on. They've got 2 outs, so here again, Decker can take off.
Costello is due for a hit.
Ooh, fouls that one off.
9th man to bat. Well, Joe, don't want to say anything ahead, but if this would end, we will have the top of the order coming back up.
Ooh,
that gets away. Here comes Barney
missed
from
it.
home.
Barney's going to score and tie this
That's going to
game.
be the tie ball game. 10-10 now is your.
Wow, Brad.
0-2 on Meester.
5 runs in the 4th inning to tie this one up at 10.
Joe, I think we're going to be here for a while.
Yep, and this will be this year again. Costello down 0-2.
Nashron's 0-2 to Costello. Going to ground into the first baseman.
Yep, big hop to first. That'll get them out of the inning. But, Brad, what do you say?
The damage is done. It's tie ball game. We'll go to the top of the 5th after this.
All right, we come back here. Texter back on the mound for the top of the 5th. Brad, 10-10. What started out as a 7-0 in the top of the 1st. The Wolverines have come all the way back. And then we were just during that break, we were hearing some cheers again, as we figured, led by Becky Johnson, as she always does.
The Dike-New Hartford faithful, led by Becky Johnson.
And I'll tell you, as this one has gotten crazy, Brad, again, I want to thank People's Savings Bank for giving us the opportunity to come up here, sponsoring this stream. Chad Bixby, Travis Hewitt for their their help in getting everything set up, and Ryan and Jesse here in Mason City for helping us get set up and get going here.
Exactly right. Nothing could be possible without them guys, and I will give a shout out to Leroy's Bar in Stout. Texter starts Oberfeld out with a strike, outer portion. Texter looks, delivers. He has him swinging out in front. 0-2.
It's a great pitch there by Texter.
Well, you had him up high. Let's see if we can get him something down low and see if he can chase something. See if he can bring that sweeping curve. Here it comes.
Yep, stayed up.
Stayed up,
Well,
1-2.
I think that's been what Lou's kind of done there is he's kind of stayed up and out when he's got an 0-2 count just to see if he can get that quick strikeout.
The pitch.
Ooh.
Just hangs in there.
Yep, got him lunging at it a little bit.
Gas on deck. The 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Two and two on Oberfeld. Score tied at 10. The pitch. Driven right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit.
Yep, that one gets by Varney. That's just a good base hit there. Nothing anybody could do.
Gas.
So far, Gas has been kind of the trouble for the Wolverines tonight.
Grounded to Kolash, his first time, or the last time up to bat, but he's 2 for 3. Texter looks, delivers the pitch. Lifted high. Texter in.
Texter calls it. Reineke
and he makes the play. That's a big out for Dike-New Hartford.
Great job there. That's a huge one right there. Brad, I got to do some digging here. I'm just kind of looking to see the Wolverines. I mean, Costello threw 85, so you're not going to see Costello tonight behind Texter, but it might be Varney.
Could be.
Varney only threw 30 pitches the other night.
Driven foul. 0-1 on Aarons. Turning that inside pitch from Texter.
Well, and that's tough because that thing's cutting into you.
10-10. Runner on first. That's Oberfeld. 1 out. That's strike 2 on Aarons.
Again, that one did not break, but was right on that edge. Ran right off the edge for that strike. Got him
swinging. That's strike number 3.
2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning.
Voigt, the next one up to bat. It's that ball 1 outside. Lou stares in at Nick Reineke with Oberfeld on first. Follows it, nubs it off to the Dike-New Hartford side. 1-1. Umpire gives the ball back to Reineke.
Has him flip that one out of play.
Umpire says, "Can't be Matumbo, not here."
Don't bring it in here.
Don't bring it in here.
As we get the lights coming on here, Brad, now the field a little bit, there's only the center fielder in the sun.
Yep, 1-1 on Voigt. Outside, 2-1.
Great job of getting out of his crouch by Reineke to keep that ball in front of him. One of the things we don't talk a lot about, Brad, is how good Reineke is behind the plate.
Well, he's learned from
that one up in the air.
Kolash back a couple steps.
Sets under it.
And makes
the
play. And the Green Devils go. Excuse me. They bring 4, score nobody. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th after this.
All right, back here in Mason City, bottom of the 5th. We're going to start the bottom of the 5th the same way we started the bottom of the 4th, Brad. Walston, McCumber, and Top.
I'm sending a text. Go on the call a second.
All right,
for a little
first
bit.
pitch to Walston is strike one. Ball right on that outside edge to Walston. Walston got hit in the helmet last time up. So again, Nestrom gets set. Here comes the pitch. Ball one to Walston. So 1-1 to Walston here. As we get set, bottom of the 5th, first batter for the Wolverines here. Nestrom gets set. The pitch to Walston. Walston swings through it. 1-2. Again here, Walston any way on it. If you're Walston here, you don't need to kill it. You just got to get yourself on base.
1-2. Nastrom's next pitch.
Outside.
Change of pace. 2-2. I think our pitch count person has Lou Texture at 64 pitches.
Well, and
Outside.
again, I think you're going to see Lou here, unless Lou gets in trouble. I think you're going to see him the rest of the night, Brad.
3-2.
All right, Walston has gone from 1-2 to 3-2. Big pitch right here for Walston.
Well, you got to be hacking if it's close.
It's close. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands.
Walston ready. Twirls the bat. Nastrom sets the pitch. Got him swinging.
Yep, got him swinging through it. So first out, but again, you've got McCumber,
and then the top of
Kolash,
the
and Brad. We're in a brand new game. This is a 2.5 inning game right now.
Yep. McCumber walked his first time up to bat, or his second time up to bat. Nastrom gonna work the pitch to McCumber. Ball high. McCumber drops in front of the third baseman. Shortstop comes up with it and makes the play. Wow. That's a good play there by. Oops. It's a good play by Oberfell. That ball fell just in front of third base. Couldn't quite get his glove on it, but Oberfell comes up with a big throw to get McCumber. 2 outs, and here comes Kolash. Kolash, as that Osage dugout is telling the right fielder to back up and shade the line. Not too far, but the left fielder huge off the line. Strike number 1 to Kolash.
And I don't know about that, Brad. I have not seen, in all the games we've seen this year, Kolash doesn't go to right field.
No.
So it's an interesting setup. Again, I don't know if they're going to try and keep the ball outside on him, see if they can get him to push it that way, but
1-1.
Kolash doesn't hit that line too often.
No.
Now, if he does, he's fast, so the ball gets the corner. He's got a lot of running.
1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Will Texture due up if Kolash would reach. That hit him.
It's going to put Kolash on with 2 outs, and here comes Texter.
Well, what we said, anyway on.
Well, and the scary thing here, Brad, as we've talked about, is with Kolash's speed. Yeah, that one caught him right on the elbow. I think that one stung him a little bit.
Yeah, and we're going to have time.
We got time, so Kolash kind of shake it off a little bit.
Kolash, we can see is grimacing.
Yeah, that one got him right square on the elbow. All right, but with Kolash's speed here, Brad, and Texter up, you can't make a mistake.
No, well, and if Kolash takes off running, an errant throw into center field could push Kolash to third.
Yep.
Here's Will Texter, 3 for 3. See if he can keep it going.
Kolash gets his lead.
Still a big, and here we go.
So here we go. This is
the mind games are starting here.
Catcher, pitcher, not really sure what's going on. They got to get their call straight. And I don't know if the catcher wanted him to throw to first to try and hold Kolash or what, but here again, if you make a mistake to Will Texter.
Watch out. Oh, he had his pitch to kill.
Yep, that was a good hack at it. He got just underneath it.
0-1.
Again, that was a great turn on it. Man, Brad, right center field. That hole is massive.
Huge.
Right fielder playing the line, center fielder shaded to left.
There goes, and he's going to trap it. Oberfeld, long
Gotta
throw.
come up throwing.
Got him in time.
Yep, that was tough play, but a really good play by Oberfeld over there to cut the Wolverines down.
Wolverines plate nobody. Score still tied at 10. We'll go to the top of the 6th after this.
All right, we are back here in Mason City, Brad. Roosevelt Field, Mason City's home field, up here for the Substate final game, and I just don't know what to say.
I'm lost for words right now.
It's 10-10. We have 20 runs and 20 hits and 4 errors between the two teams.
It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters to face Lou Texter here. Top of the 6th inning. Lou nods. Delivers the pitch outside.
Whoops. And, and Lou, again, we kind of talked about this between innings. Lou had only sitting in the 60s range for pitches.
What do we have here? That's 1-1 or 1-0. Sorry, the umpire had that's driven into center. Costello
it's
in
short.
on the run.
Costello could not make the play on it.
Good backup by.
Oh, is he? Oh, we'll call interference.
Yep.
I don't know. Will maybe didn't get out of the way there, so that's going to put the runner at second base.
Wow.
I was watching what was going on in center, so I didn't see the play at first. But the way the umpire kind of reacted there, it looked like it was an interference call on Will Texter. But man, heck of an attempt there by Carson Costello in center.
It'll be Kresbach next in. Texter's going to be in on the grass.
Yep,
at
they're
first.
looking to stop the bunt here. They're going to slide. Varney is going to hold the runner on. And there's the bunt.
And he went around.
Oh, we've said this again. We've said this before, Brad. Not much this year. That's a throw you might want to take.
Ooh.
Good nibble by Lou. Good nibble by Lou there.
1-1 on Kresbach.
I mean, it was really good pitch if he decides to turn and bunt, so that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Swing and miss, strike 2.
Well, this is Cockrum. This is number 1, Cockrum. This is his first at bat.
Yep. Sorry, it's not
so this is his first time coming up here, and he's seeing Texter.
The pitch.
Curve up. Kolash makes
That's
the play,
and
the double out. Great play by Kolash, and Varney covering second base. 2 outs for the Wolverines. Oh, my word, Brad. Caught him sneaking off the base. I don't think he thought Kolash was going to get there, but.
Huge.
Wow, and then
play.
Kolash couldn't really get it out of his glove. He struggled to get that flip.
Now it's Tessler. 0 for 3. Outside.
Good job again, Reineke. Good job of getting out there.
Lou walking off the mound, just trying to compose himself.
Here again, Lou's pitched a heck of a game since he's come in.
The pitch. Has Tessler swinging. 1-1. Texter's next pitch. Gonna stay outside, 2-1. Two and one on Tessler. The pitch. 3-1. Cuddleson on deck. Lou with the 3-1. Strike two.
There we go. No, and got Tessler looking back on that one.
May not want to do that. Full count. The pitch.
Ground ball to Varney. Oh, Varney is struggling tonight, Brad.
That's going to be safe at.
Man, that ball is not sticking in Varney's glove
No.
right now.
The next error. Kettleson.
Yeah, that's a right now. I've been really uncharacteristic about these Wolverines tonight. But here comes Kittleson.
Delivered the single in the last time he's up to bat.
Yep.
He's
Starting
2
pitcher,
for 3.
but I'm not sure where he's at now.
Don't know where he's at either. Outside and high, 1-0. Well, it'll be Hurd, then Oberfeld, and Gast. Strike number 1,
Well,
1-1.
And getting out of here with Kittleson is a big one right here, Brad. As we talked about, you don't want to get to the top of the order with guys on.
No. The 1-1.
Ooh,
jeepers,
way in.
creepers. 2-1. Brushback pitch by Texter. 2-1.
We always sit here up here and say you can wear those, but those hurt. God.
Strike 2, 2-2.
Great that's a great comeback pitch after throwing it inside to
Yep.
come on that outside edge. That is just a great pitch by Lou Texter right
Well,
there.
you change that the eyes of Kettleson. Here's the 2-2.
Got him.
He got him swinging. That's strike 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 10 right after this.
All right, Brad, we're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. We got an inning and a half a game left if we stay within 7, and tied at 10 in what's been probably the craziest game we've been a part of this year, which is saying something.
Well, I think it's been one of the craziest games we've been a part of in the last 4 years that we've done this, Joe. It's a wild game. Varney's up to bat, 10-10. If you would have said this in the first inning, we would have told you were full of baloney, but we'll see what happens here. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for the Wolverines.
I also would have said I would take it
Yeah.
when it was 7-0. And you tell me it's going to be 10-10 in the bottom of the 6th. I'm all right with that.
We talked about the highs and the lows. That's outside to Varney.
Well, and you can see right here that Nasrum's really trying hard not to put anything in the strike zone to Varney.
Center fielder shaded into right center. That's
that
going
one
to
will
be
be
inside
inside strike.
2-1.
I mean, nothing Varney could have done with that, so not a bad pitch for
No.
him to take. That was really a no-win situation for him.
2-1. Varney's going to drive it, and that's going to be out of play. 2-2.
Man, look at that that line down left field. Brad has got to be just looking massive to Varney right now.
Yeah.
If he gets anything outer half that he can put that way.
2-2. Nastrom's pitch to Varney. Crowd silent. Varney's going to line one.
There it is. Down. That'll be down
That's
for
gonna
base
be a
hit.
base hit.
Varney will start it off. And here comes Reineke, Brad. Reineke and Lou.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you say here? Nick Reineke is
You can't be
1 for
too
3.
good here. You can't throw. I mean, again, but 1 for 3 and still not a guy I would want to throw to.
no.
In this situation.
Nastrom is going to deal to Nick Reineke. He had it to swing at, and
yeah, he wanted to hit that a
0-1.
long ways. That was the swing we saw the other night.
Gas shaded into left center now, just to the left of second base as we look on. Varney takes a huge lead at first. Nastrom looks at him, doesn't throw over.
Reineke pushes it that way. Varney up over top. He will move him to second. That's a good piece of hitting by Reineke there, Brad, to move Varney to second base.
1 out.
Here comes Lou Texter, who had a base hit last time up.
More importantly, moves Varney to second.
Well, and this is where you get the situation we've talked about is with Nastrom on the mound. He has such a long delivery and such a wide delivery that ball can skip away here.
Seen it happen the first time he was on the mound. That advanced the runners to second and third. Nastrom with the 0-0 pitch to Lou Texter.
Oh,
He swings
Texter
and
swings
misses.
through. He wanted to hit that a long ways.
First pitch swinging. It'll be Meester, then Costello. 1 out here, bottom of the 6th. Strike 2 on Lou Texter.
Tough one to watch there if you're Texter. Again, you swung hard at that first one. Now, again, any way on here for the young man.
Varney takes his lead. Overfeld playing kind of behind him. Swing and miss, got him. Out number 2.
Yep. So quickly, the Wolverines with 2 outs. Runner at second. You know, Meester find a way on here.
Meester needs to find a way on here with 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th.
The umpires got to get themselves set.
As the home plate umpire cleans the plate off.
And this is where Meester's experience of playing all last year helps him out.
Yep.
He's been hit a few times this year, too.
Down low, 1-0 on Colin Meester.
And the more pitches Meester can see, the more opportunity there is for something to get away.
Exactly right. Nastrom's pitch. Strike number 1, 1-1.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Meester needs to deliver something in the green. Outfield shaded shallow. He's going to
Big
high
hopper,
chopper.
big hop.
That's going to retire the side. We're going to go to the bottom or top of 7 after this.
All right, Brad, we're back here for the top of the 7th. Osage going to bring 1, 2, and 3 to the plate here in the top of the 7th against Lou Texter.
Well, and the crowd erupts.
Yep. So I think it's going to get pretty loud in here the next 6 outs.
I would think so. Texter brushes the mound off with the glove. He's going to deliver the first pitch to Hurd. Outside, ball 1. Hurd. Oh, nice play. Got him in
by
time.
Texter.
Good scoop out there by
Man.
Will Texter, and good play by Gus Varney.
Varney comes up with it, and Texter, not normally a first baseman, scoops that thing to get the out.
1 out.
Well, and here comes Oberfeld, who's been tough hitter tonight.
Oberfeld, yep, been a thorn in the Dike-New Hartford side. Curveball,
Just
misses
missed it.
outside, 1-0.
Fans don't like it.
Fans don't like it.
But, again, fans' opinion doesn't matter in this situation.
Got my
It's,
eye on Coach Betts out there.
Yeah.
And Coach Betts is,
There it is.
I've always known that by Coach Betts. He likes to see his players compete, and this is what he's getting.
Yep.
1-1 on Oberfeld.
Skips in.
2-1. We can hear the the fielders by Dike-New Hartford cheering Lou on. Chopper. Meester gloves it. Good play.
Good
And
scoop
that's a
by
good
Texter.
scoop.
There we go. 2 outs, Brad. But 2 outs, and here
gassed.
comes Gast.
It is. And then you got Aaron's.
Gas is capable of hitting this thing pretty much everywhere, but I mean, Texter got him to pop up last time,
Yep.
so here
Had him
again,
to pop up and then ground out to Kolash.
2 outs here. It's a big at bat right here
It
for Osage.
Texter's going to wheel and deal. Curveball strike number
Good start.
1.
Great start by Texter.
Well,
I mean, in this situation,
I would keep it on the inner portion.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. He goes outer. Ground ball to
Texter
Texter.
slips.
Makes the throw.
Throw to his brother in time. 3
3
up, 3
outs.
down. And the Wolverines will go to the bottom of the 7th with 7, 8, 9 due up, looking to win the ball game. We'll be right back.
All right, Brad, we're back. Bottom of the 7th, 10-10. Wolverines here looking to scratch 1 run across to get to state.
And looking in the dugout, Lou Texter, the relief pitcher, trying to get this Dike-New Hartford crowd into it.
Well, and you've got Costello, you've got Walston, and McCumber. So you've got freshmen and 2 sophomores to lead this one off.
To bring it back to the senior.
So Costello here starting this one off.
Nastrom's first pitch at the bottom of the 7th.
Ooh,
As
swings
Costello
through it.
swings. Just takes one. Anyway on.
Anyway on at this point.
The 0-1.
Yep.
Pumps in another one. 0-2. Carson Costello waits for the 0-2 from Kettleson, or Nastrom.
Got
Up
real quiet in here as he was set.
Boy,
It was almost like he was shooting a free throw.
I was just going to say that. It seems like a basketball game, as quiet as everybody
just got
gets.
silent.
1-2, Nastrom's next pitch.
That's
Lifted
fouled
away.
off.
Good job by Costello to hang in there and see another one from Nastrom.
Well, and again here, Brad, you know, you got relief pitchers on both sides. After the starters didn't go probably as deep as they wanted them to. I mean, for sure the Wolverine starter.
Nope. Costello.
Here we go, Costello again.
The 1-2. Nastrom stares in at Hurd. Kicks and delivers.
Oh,
Fouled
fouls
away
another
again.
one off.
He was going to push that into left.
Yep, and he's got a huge hole over there, and Costello runs well. So there again, if he can find a gap, center fielder's playing way short again.
1-2 yet.
Right field pretty short too, Brad.
Play smart.
Anyway on. Oh, that's coming inside.
Inner portion, 2-2.
Too far
in for the home plate umpire. And it's 2-2 on Carson Costello. Woo!
Here we go.
2-2. The Osage faithful thought they had Costello.
Going to set up in the same spot.
That's
That
down
goes
low and
outside.
outside. Full count now.
Costello works it full. He'll call time and step out, get himself set.
I would call time as he's just about ready to throw. Give him the time. 3-2. Nastrom's pitch.
Fouled
Lifted out
off.
of play.
Costello
And
hanging
gonna
in there.
See another one.
No, Brad, this is a couple of deep at-bats for the Wolverines here. This is a ninth pitch that Costello's going to see in this at-bat.
Costello with a full count. Pitch coming from Nastrom. That's ball, and that's going to be a walk to Costello.
So that's going to put Costello on first with no outs. And that one popped out of the glove. Oh, man, Brad, here comes Walston. And if you guys saw our pregame video, there's a clip in there from first game we did of the year together.
Yes, it is.
And it was Michael Walston.
Break up 2 no matter what. Costello gets his lead. Ball high.
Oh, Brad, we talk about the stress level, we talk about the nerves, and as we get into this game, this is, again, it's going to continue.
It could be.
And it's who handles it best.
The third baseman in on the grass, expecting something from Walston. Nastrom's pitch. Outside, 2-0.
I think, and I'll be honest, Brad, I think here you're going to have to give Walston something. We're going to have
and
quick
the coach
time. He's
is
going to come and talk to him.
Talk to Nastrom. On an 0-2 or 2-0.
McCumber fired up in the on-deck circle. Wolverines dugout is fired up here, Brad.
Boy, and you probably hear this Dike-New Hartford crowd. If something happens, clear in New Hartford.
Well, and you got the fans are loud. We talked about this at the end of the game the other night. You know, the Wolverine faithful travel well.
Butcherfeld, the first base coach, giving Michael Walston a couple cues.
Again, Walston, you're at 2-0. He's got to come a couple times.
He has to come to it.
Sit back and guess on. If you want to guess on a pitch, guess on a pitch.
Yep.
Get yourself something you can hit here. And Brad, this
2-0.
This team. So here we go. After the timeout, after the quick conference,
by the Green Devil coach, Nastrom.
So
Walston back in the box. Nastrom's 2-0 pitch. He's going to pump in a strike.
Yep. And again, if you're
2-1.
Walston, not a bad pitch to take.
No, that's a good pitch to take.
You know, 2-0, you can take that one. So 2-1 here on Walston.
Yep. 2-0 or 2-1. Walston's next one. He's going to chase Costello.
Brad, I'll tell you, that's dangerous.
It is.
You know,
that
one
that's a
squirts
long
away,
ways away.
And that's a long ways to the backstop, and your right fielder's not there. So that's if he doesn't go down and try and get back in on a dive.
2-1 on Walston. He's going to step out of the box.
Now he gets himself set. Costello gets his lead.
Outside 3-1. Cole McCumber due up next. Now you got to come back to Walston twice.
Yep. And Walston, a very, very good hitter. I mean, has been injured and has been out of the lineup, but.
Nastrom's next pitch.
Ball four.
Walked him. And it's going to be first and second with no outs.
And they're going to they're going to move the third baseman back here, Brad.
Kettleson going to come in and talk to Nastrom.
Yep, he's going to chat with him.
Oh, and Martin's going to talk to McCumber,
Yep,
the
takes
sophomore
the
batter.
opportunity.
I think if you're McCumber, you got to execute. And we talked about that in a couple games before, how Dike-New Hartford needs to execute with base runners.
Well, and right here with nobody out and the top of the order coming up, if I'm McCumber, I'll take that walk. But here again, if you can move these guys both up, even if we take an out, I'm okay with it.
Nastrom's first pitch.
McCumber shows bunt, takes ball.
Ball 1.
And I think this is what we've said, though, Brad, that 7, 8, 9 right here. Here comes
McCumber has to lay it down first.
Yeah, I think he's just got to push that thing to first base.
McCumber squares to bunt.
Does put it down.
So. Costello.
Oh, no play.
No
You got to go
play.
to first. That's
It
a perfect
does.
sacrifice by McCumber.
Huge bump by Cole McCumber. Advances the runners to second and third with the top of the order coming up.
That is a
One
great
down.
bump by McCumber, and we are, I mean, again, you just got to put this ball into the grass someplace where they have to make a catch. You got Walston at third, and Walston can move.
Well,
McCumber doesn't mean anything. Walston is your game winner with – we're not going to walk. They're not going to
walk him.
Well, again, if you walk him,
yeah,
they are, and here comes Will Texter with one out. They are going to walk Kolash.
And they will.
Intentionally
Oh my
walk
goodness
Kolash
gracious.
to get to Will Texter.
Wow. Big night. Let's see if Will Texter can redeem himself after the rocky start on the hill.
Well,
can he deliver?
You know, and he got the start tonight, had a rough night at the mound, but if he can base hit here, and they're going to bring the outfield is going to come all the way in, you're going to have an in outfield and in infield, so if he can fire one through here, this ball game is over.
Jam-packed base pads by the Wolverines.
Oh, and again, if you're Will, you need a fly ball. That's all you need. You need a fly ball. Again, here, you know, and we've talked about this, Brad, throughout the year. Big moments.
0-1, Nastrom's pitch.
Grounded out, there it is!
Dike-New Hartford's going to win the ball game
Will,
on a single by Will Texter. Holy cow! That's going to be the ball game.
Get Kolash has got to get to second. There it is.
Does.
Brad, unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, Joe! I cannot believe it.
I am losing it. This has been a Wolverine team that we have talked about from day one. You cannot. And before we get into this, let me start before you get into this.
Go ahead.
I want to congratulate Osage and their players and fans, and that team is a great team. They played their butts off tonight and battled extremely well against this Wolverine team. That being said, you and I have said from day one, this Wolverine team is built a little bit different. You can't get them down.
No.
You're going to punch them, but you better keep them down if you punch them.
Right.
And, again, the Wolverines come through. After a 7-run first inning, they come back and win this one 11-10 to punch their ticket for state.
Yeah. I'm still lost for words.
I know. I don't know what – I mean, it really is, Brad. It's
hats off to them Green Devil baseball players from Osage. They have nothing to be ashamed of. A phenomenal season. Second in their conference. When you have a conference with Newman in it, you're probably bound and determined to be a second-place team.
Yep.
But they pitched Kettleson, who did a phenomenal job. They pitched Nastrom, did a phenomenal job. It's just that – and it almost – you almost look like the Green Devils thought that the Dike-New Hartford players were going to play dead, and they don't.
And I think that's one of the things that is really this team gets underestimated on is their ability to just battle.
Yes.
And I think that's something that you and I have seen it because we've done so many games with this group over and over. And we talked about it from game one against another team that wore green. And came into Dike-New Hartford.
Exactly right.
It came into Dike and wanted to and played that Columbus team, and we're down to our last strike, and we end up getting a grand slam home run by Michael Walston. That was what I was hinting at when he came up to bat there. And to win that on a walk-off situation. Then we turned around the next night and did the next game and did it again. Yeah. So you and I have known from day one that this team has no give in it. This team doesn't quit. And where other teams might fold, this team doesn't.
No,
And,
they don't.
And I will tell you, I am so proud of what we've seen this year, what Coach Martin has done this year with this group of kids. Every one of them we've talked to has said the same thing about their teammates. They love playing with these guys. Nobody wants it to end. And, you know, this is the third or fourth time we've seen a guy get intentionally walked, and it's come back to bite the other team.
Yeah. And usually the intentional walkers was Varney.
Varney and Reineke we've seen, and then the guy behind him has come up big.
Yep.
Right here, intentionally walk Kolash, and here comes Will Texter, rips one back up the middle.
Yep.
And I will tell you, if there was one individual on that squad after the way the game started tonight that I wanted to see that happen for, it was that young man.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know, he struggled on the mound, and Osage came out and hit him. Osage came out and made it tough on him and hit him, put the Wolverines in some jeopardy early. But for him to come back in the bottom of the seventh and get an opportunity to win this game on a base hit, you just knew it was going to happen.
Yep. Well, and then to fall, I mean, you're down 7-0 going into the bottom of the first, and the Wolverines started to scratch, and they scratched across 2 in the first. Then it was 3 in the third. You could almost feel the momentum switch for this Dike-New Hartford team, and Lou Texter on the mound. We talked about the pitcher of how Lou pitches, and that's phenomenal.
Well, and I'll tell you right now, as we look at this, I don't know what his stats tonight were, but this is you know, Lou is not started a single game all year. So
No.
let me preface it by that. He has appeared now in 14 games. But he has a 4-0 record with 1 save on the year. For a non-starter.
For a non-starter, yeah.
That should tell you all you need to know about how well this team plays from behind.
Well, not only that, Joe, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
We got him for the next 4 years.
Well,
3
I
more
mean,
years.
you look at it. You look at this lineup, and we've talked about it all year. This lineup loses. Well, played second tonight and left field.
Yep.
But, you know, and Kolash leads off, and Stefan didn't hit. He got, you know, it was DH for by Walston tonight.
Yep.
So, again, phenomenal job by this team. And these guys have stepped up, somebody different every night.
Yep.
I mean, we've said it over and over. I think we're about to lose our camera.
No.
I think we're going to lose our camera. Just about. So, Texter hits one up the middle, sends the Wolverines to state.
Yep.
Brad, unfortunately, this is the last game we get to do.
We can, yeah, we gotta.
We don't get to broadcast at state, which is hard for us because we've been through it with these guys all year. But twice we've gotten an opportunity to call this Substate game, and twice the Wolverines have come out with a victory.
The never say die attitude of the Dike-New Hartford Wolverine baseball team, and the coach of the year in the North Iowa Cedar League, Jordan Martin, advanced to Carroll for state baseball. And Joe, phenomenal season. So I don't know what else to say.
I got nothing else.
No.
Brad, it's been a great season. Glad we got an opportunity to do this again this year.
I'm wishing it's next summer already.
Looking forward to state baseball next week.
Yeah, exactly right. In Carroll. So nonetheless, 11-10 victory by the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines advances them to state. And are you done, Joe? So for Joe Huck, this is Brad Eichenberg from Mason City, Riverhawk Field here in Mason City. Dike-New Hartford wins. We're out of here.